Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay.
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
And let's go blue. Number one team in the nation. Best team in college football. One of the best teams ever in college football. Record for most rushing yards in a single game. Most winning college in college football history. You know, all of those amazing things. And now a new national championship because Harbaugh. Oh, it's beautiful. It really is. I've had tears to my eyes like 4 different times. I never cried with rich eyes and watching the show Monday morning or like Tuesday morning. I'm sorry.
Days. Yeah.
Oh, it's phenomenal. But I digress because we're talking about the NFL today. And so we are going to stay in the state of Michigan because playoffs have started.
Playoffs are about to start. I'm excited.
And the state of Michigan is hosting one of them playoff games in Detroit. Where
Matthew Stafford homecoming.
Matthew Stafford gets to come home against the Detroit
I
Lions.
heard they outlawed his jerseys. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
How you going to tell me what I can't wear? Yeah, okay.
And then they got video of them in their last game. After the game, he's like talking to their players like, man, y'all look real good. I'm really pulling for y'all. I hope y'all do great. Like, I just think it's funny that nobody's acknowledging Jared Goff going back to the Rams because I guess who cares?
Nobody cares.
No, it's not that. The Rams are coming to see him. They're coming to his house now.
Yeah, but you don't think that he wants to make a point?
Oh, I mean, of course. Now, no, there's going to be no Laporta.
Yeah.
They're not saying he's out for the rest of the year. They're just saying he has a.
He definitely going to make this game.
Yeah, he's not making this game. I don't know. This is going to be. They both are going to be playing smash mouth football because they both have good running games, and it's all about who's going to. I think it's going to come down to the receiving game. It's going to be Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp versus Amon-Ra St. Brown in the Lions passing game.
But the Lions secondary is kind of bad.
We're going to see.
They're not.
We're going to see.
They've been getting exposed by teams that can get down the field. And the Rams are definitely a team that can get down the field.
They're hard hit. The Lions are hard hit. You know, they're very aggressive.
So are the Ravens. Remember what happened when the Ravens played Detroit?
Detroit or the Rams?
Detroit.
No, I don't really remember.
Oh, look it up real quick.
Do I have to?
Do you remember what happened when Baltimore played
the Rams?
The Rams?
I do. The Rams almost beat them.
Yeah. Overtime and just a fluke kick return.
Well,
Detroit got whooped, by the way, if anybody doesn't know. Baltimore beat the brakes off them. I think it was like 33 to
Oh, yeah. That is right. I remember.
Yes.
Okay, I remember.
They got
Baltimore beat the brakes off a lot of people.
They didn't beat the brakes off the Rams.
And they beat the brakes off of San Francisco. I mean,
yeah, a week after, barely getting by the Rams.
We'll see.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
So I take it you got your money on the Rams.
No, I'm taking the Rams, 100%.
I think, unfortunately, the Rams have playoff experience.
I mean, so does Jared Goff. He went to a Super Bowl. I mean, lost.
No, he has, but that's Jared Goff.
That's
This
true.
is a good Lions team. I'm gonna go with
Puka
the Lions.
Nacua doesn't have playoff experience.
But the players around him do.
Yeah, and I mean, he said that Cooper Kupp basically like you're running a stick. So if he doesn't know, he just tells him what to run with it.
Yeah.
Hey!
And a lot of people were like laughing, like, "Oh my God, he's so unprepared." And then you had a couple people like, "Wait, so you don't even like know? They're just like run this route, and you're like, oh, and go put up rookie records? Like, well, that's kind of impressive."
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive.
So
But
I'm gonna go with the Lions just to be that odd man out.
Okay.
I'm going Rams. Okay.
I'm not even mad.
you're going Rams too. Yeah, that's what
I really think
Just start who you pick. That one going down.
that sounds good.
You start who you pick.
And now
it's your turn.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah. You know, NFC East, champions? Yes. Yes, I'm going to go with my Cowboys, of course. I mean, the Green Bay, I feel like Love is underrated. I feel like I've always said, look at your face. he gives a lot. He does not quit. He keeps going. So I think it's going to be a good game. I do.
I'm not even listening to this.
Why are you not listening to this?
Because you're talking about a team that just had a guy go take over the coin toss and almost blow 2 possessions. This team is undisciplined. That defense is absolutely atrocious. And no matter how Love tries, Jair Alexander and the rest of the morons on that defense are not going to help.
They started coming back. They started winning. Don't act like they.
I'm not going to say that they haven't.
They haven't been beating good teams.
But when they play, you're doing this because when y'all mud stomp them, and we come back next week, you're like, yeah. So you see what my boys did?
I was humble.
She was to take the risk that Green Bay history happens to catch up.
And you still
I
worried
have
about
scars from Green Bay. Okay. I know that was Aaron. What can't I talk tonight? It was Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay. I know it was Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay, but I don't. I've seen them. They come back. They don't stop playing, and I think he's going to be good.
What? Well, you know what? You make it. Fair. I'm mad at you because all season you've been like, oh, I love my boys, but I don't want you got scars.
I have scars,
but we've seen this the Dallas Cowboys Dak-led team. I haven't seen play the way they played
on both sides of the ball.
I don't think you're gonna see. I'm only worried about you guys when who you guys face in the second round.
Well, you got
second round.
I'm not.
Second round or either
they're not going to play San Francisco
or NFC Championship.
Well, the Rams. I guess I am worried about the Rams.
Like I wasn't worried about this weekend for you guys. I think Dak's going to get over this hump with this wild card weekend, get to the divisional round, and we're going to be like, okay, I can see, but I'm not worried about Green Bay. Green Bay eked in. Remember, Chicago had multiple times to beat them.
Yeah,
the Bears.
So,
but the Bears have gotten better.
They did. That's what I'm saying.
The Bears have gotten better.
The Bears have 2 first-round picks.
The Bears have gotten better. They've been winning these last games.
Look, yes, but let's not act like y'all are not about to.
I don't like to go ahead. I'm not going to go ahead and like completely cancel them.
Okay.
That's how you get your feelings hurt.
Now,
that's how you get.
You're right. Okay. You do.
I mean,
I understand. You can be wary.
It's football. Like any of these teams can beat these teams. I'm sorry, they can't.
Guess what?
They can't, and that's what makes football. That's what makes football great. That's why I love football. I mean, let's go to the next team.
So you got Green Bay beating you?
No, I got Dallas winning.
This one, okay.
Dallas
yeah, because you over here talking all over
Dallas. I got Dallas winning, but I think it's going to be a good game. I'm saying I do.
I'll say what I'm about to say later. The only good game I foresee on the NFC side, we've already talked about.
I think it's going to be a good game.
That's not necessary.
I said on the NFC side.
That's not necessary.
You think Tampa Bay Eagles going to be good?
Well, I don't think Tampa's that great, so I think Philly's going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle.
They're going to be even.
Because they both just evenly yoked because they're both like,
Yeah.
You know what? I think Tampa Bay Eagles are problems.
I think injured A.J. Brown, broken finger Jalen Hurts makes Philly about as bad as Tampa.
And Philly don't know why they're losing. You can see it on their faces. They do not know what is happening. Like,
and I am taking Tampa.
And you're watching. They go in. They look great. We score really quickly.
They start throwing picks, and then they start fumbling, and then plays just start not working. Balls are just falling to the ground.
They can't run anymore. They can't pass anymore. They're hitting hurt.
Stopping anybody.
And they're looking. They got the same blink. Like
I want the Baker slender to end, so I want Baker to win.
I do. I like Baker.
Yeah,
I can do that.
I see. I want Tampa to come in. I want the Tampa to come in there and just smack them in the mouth.
And they are playing in Tampa.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I see. Because that Eagles Giant game. That's
what solidified me. Because Tampa is definitely better than us.
When the Giants came out
and they were beat. Oh my goodness, 24-0, pretty much up to the third.
Our neighbor didn't watch the game, so he didn't realize. He comes up while we're walking. I'm walking up to get. The NFL from or take her to or whatever. We were going to a bus stop, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, we won, but Phillies lacked everything up, so they weren't playing anybody." And I'm like, "Oh no,
they made that
change, and they're like, what?" I was like, "Yeah, them and Dallas were still fighting for the division.
Yeah,
like we beat them. Like this was legit."
They made once AJ went down, they were like, "Oh shit, we
And we were winning before that.
Yeah, they were like, okay.
And his finger was
Yeah, after he got hurt, they're like, oh, everybody off.
Everybody else
charge. Blood is in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles look. Oh my goodness, it's bad. I think Tampa Bay. I do. I think it's Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Tampa.
And we're gonna go. I see
another disappointment from the Super Bowl. Kansas City.
Yeah.
Versus Miami.
Okay, I think Kansas City's gonna win this, and you know why? Because it's gonna be
gonna be like cold, negative 30 degrees.
Now it's might be cold for everybody. Who the hell is used to negative anything? Like, to be real. Like, this
is but they're home.
They're not from. Not all of them are from Kansas City. That don't mean they're used to it.
But they played in the cold, though.
Yeah, but they
negative 12. This is one of the cold. They think this is going to be the coldest football game, like historic. Like this
colder than the Ice Bowl.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a new Expo age.
-5 with a wind chill of -12 or better.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cold.
It's gonna be like cold.
And where is Mahomes from?
Texas.
See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Now,
just because
I don't think it's the cold.
Like Brett Favre did not like being actually in.
I know.
Green Bay.
Yeah, like, he's from the South. Yeah, he like the warm.
But
so, like, go ahead.
But I think Tyreek Hill is still hurt. Yeah, I put hurt.
He's been hurt all pretty much.
Jalen Waddle was probably not going to play because he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert's hurt, ain't
he? Yeah, they're banged up.
Bradley, every defender they had is
Buffalo
hurt.
game,
they didn't lose it from a
They were, but that Buffalo game, whoever they had left was
it. That was
going
it.
out. Like,
and I don't feel like a healthy Dolphins team, and even half healthy, you give 2 guys on defense and 2 guys on offense back, and this isn't even a question. They're going to run them. Kansas City's horrible.
Yeah, but I think Kansas City
with no real offensive help except for Achane and a banged up Tyreek.
And it's cold.
It's cold as hell. Nobody's on defense. Everybody. I think they just signed Justin Houston off the couch.
Yeah, no, they did.
Like, I mean, that's helpful, but like, he's got less than a week.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, and I don't think they can. I don't think it's just a bad take.
Yeah, and now I mean. Could they win? Yes, because Kansas City look like they just like shooting themselves.
Kansas City's the same thing as Philly. They look like they don't know why they're not working.
Like Kelsey has been.
Yeah, and when you can't tell why it's not working, you can't fix it.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't get better.
You don't know why it's not working. It's personnel.
Kelsey is atrocious.
Personnel, along with, I'm not gonna lie, they're missing Eric Bieniemy.
I think they are missing Eric Bieniemy.
I think Andy may have overall had like some of the plays, but the scheme, the way they put it together,
the way they executed it during
that
the
was
game was Eric Bieniemy,
and that's why you saw all that stuff.
You saw Washington kind of perk up on offense this year. This is one of the better offensive.
That's true.
Besides saying much because they're still bad, but
I mean, there were spurts where Howard was a very good team. Yeah, they were doing well. They were staying in. So, but I think it's just a commander doing commander thing. That's what happened. So
but I think they're missing.
He wasn't really running that team. He was just there.
Oh, Ron Rivera.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Anybody?
So I think Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Kansas City. Yeah, we all got KC. I think it's a sweep across.
Yeah.
If Miami wins, if Miami does win, I'll be
happy. Yeah.
It'd be a different team getting ready to go.
This is one of the ones you hope you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna put it through. I really don't.
I'm not gonna lie to you right here.
Cold team.
Buffalo Steelers. I got the Steelers, boys.
You got the Steelers.
I'm telling you right now.
Pittsburgh's gonna beat them.
I think for some reason something's telling me
TJ Watt is not playing. They're like 1-30 when TJ Watt doesn't play.
You know what? That may be true. But I still just had this. I have this gut feeling
that
something's gonna happen. And
you think Josh is gonna be pouting over there in that corner?
Yeah.
Josh and Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs gonna talk to him, mad and walk
start
off the field.
At people.
Yeah. It's gonna be something.
I don't know why, but I think Pittsburgh's gonna win too.
And also it gets cold in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh ain't afraid to play cold.
That's true. And
it don't even matter.
I think we keep giving Buffalo because it's the Buffalo Bills. They're not a tough team. They don't play smash mouth football. They're not an aggressive team. They're a finesse team. They throw the ball.
They look
scheme
like they
you.
should be more aggressive than they are.
But that's not how
started
they
hitting
play.
them,
Like that's not how they play. They do not have an advantage in bad weather. They are an air-it-out team. Like James Cook recently has been doing all right. But even in between that, last game he didn't do much.
I mean,
they still won, but
they still won. But you looked at it, that game was teeter-totter. If it wasn't for that punt return,
and I mean, every time Miami tried to do something, somebody would break a rib or fracture a knee or rupture an elbow, and then boom, momentum's dead because we just lost this. And
that's very true.
Yeah, Buffalo, it's the Bills. They choke.
Not in the first one, though.
For 40 years, it doesn't matter. They're going to choke at some point. That's when they choke. And this is the chokiest point. So I just feel like that's...
I think the Bills are going to beat the Steelers.
I'm going to Steelers.
Yeah, I thought
it's going to be a weird game. Steelers going to win on a walk-off like 23-22. Hit him in the mouth with like a last-minute field goal from Boswell. And like, you just see it go through and then you just see the Buffalo's like...
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I hate the Bills, but
Najee
I think they're going to
has
win.
another 1,000-yard
awesome.
season.
Let's not forget about Jalen Warren. That 1-2 punch.
He doesn't have any issues.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Pickens might go off.
I don't think they have anybody that can cover Pickens.
I think Pickens might fry him up.
Yeah.
And Deontay Johnson. I don't think they have anybody that can cover them.
I think they're, and also they're not expecting. It's Mason Rudolph coming in, so they're probably like
they don't. Yeah. They still don't know what the offense is.
Yeah, so
he's just getting into his move.
This would be difficult. By nature, I root against the Steelers, but I don't know. I don't like this Buffalo. There's a
whiny babiness about them.
There's just fake arrogance.
Okay, I think that's a better way to put it. Maybe what I said was mean. I'm sorry.
It's preconceived arrogance, I believe. I think they feel like they should.
They already
they deserve it.
We've shown you time and time again we can.
They almost act like they almost comes off like how dare y'all.
And that's how Kansas City is a little bit too. Like
I mean the whole thing with it being offsides, like you shouldn't be able to call that because it messed up our. It was like this scene in Liar Liar. Objection on what grounds? It's detrimental to my case. Like that's a BS penalty because it stopped a really good play. Like what is that?
Yeah, no, sorry. So yeah, I would. It'd be difficult, but I'd rather see the Steelers. And they've had such a rough year. I feel like the Steelers have. They had a lot to prove. People at this table didn't think they could have a winning season, period. Yeah.
The Steelers?
The Steelers.
No, I didn't mean who it is.
I said Tom. I'm not going to lie. I said Tom. I thought it was over. And somehow they finished 10-7. Look.
So it'd be nice to watch. I'm serious.
I'm just...
Maybe an old school Super Bowl, Dallas and the Steelers.
That's what you would hope for, so you could smash them in the mouth. Because
that'll put that rivalry back on blast. Because that means that'll be again.
And if he made it to,
that means they haven't beat Super Bowl. They haven't beat y'all in the Super Bowl since the 70s.
Yeah.
But what if they beat them? What if the Steelers beat y'all in the Super Bowl? You'd be crying.
But that just evens it up from 95. Because right now Dallas is one up. So
no, we're not one up. That was our first time beating the Steelers in the Super Bowl. That's right. Yeah, they've beaten us twice, I think.
Mm-hmm. So it's 1-2. The 1-2 against Steelers in the Super Bowl. But it's okay. You know what?
Y'all played the Super Bowl. Yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
They played them twice.
Yeah, they beat us. That was our first time beating them in 95.
Yeah, but I really wish these two teams were playing each other because I wanted to play somebody else and they both go on to the next round.
Yeah.
But
here we are.
This is my favorite game.
It's a bit easy.
This is my favorite game of the whole weekend. It is. I'm excited to see what C.J. Stroud and them boys do against the Browns.
Yeah.
But I really want Joe Flacco and the Browns to go to the next round.
I
want the Browns to win, but
which is tough because I wouldn't mind watching Houston. I like the Houston. I like the story. I do. Yeah. But I feel like if anybody has paid their dues,
it's the Browns.
It's Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think if Tank Dell was playing, I'd be a little more like,
oh yeah,
but I think without Tank Dell, I think that I don't think they have quite enough to beat.
I think that defensive line for the Browns is gonna eat them Houston Texans.
And we've seen CJ Stroud's not bad under pressure, but like that offense doesn't run as clean when he's constantly under pressure, and Cleveland does that.
And they do need Tank Dell, so.
Yeah.
And so Nico Collins, he's done good.
Nico's a dog, but Tank was that everything fell apart. We can still make something player.
Yeah. So
Nico Collins is the okay, we're running a play and he's going to execute.
I'm not going to forget about Noah Brown. Noah Brown has been done.
Noah Brown's been playing really well. The running game's been good. I mean, Stroud's a dog. Dalton Schultz is a good tight end. I mean,
Yeah.
you know that.
So
That defense is.
D'Amico Ryan's got them boys flying to the ball.
But
But yeah, they're the same. It's not the Browns
Joe
game.
Flacco, 300 yards a game, defense that's on.
And they rested last week.
Cleveland has been waiting for an offense
You see-
that can support with that defense.
You see, Cleveland took no chances last week.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, we don't care about losing this game.
No.
I mean,
Everybody's
Well,
rested.
Joe Flacco makes sure he gets his rest. He naps on the bench.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You see that video?
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's video of him. Which game was it?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks. It was the last win.
Yeah.
And he's on the bench while the defense is there. And he's like,
Saving the bench to go home and play with them
So
kids.
it's a Joe thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I hope the Browns win.
yeah.
I really
Oh, it's not even a hope because
I won't be
I want the
mad.
Browns to make a run. For one, I think that the only team the Ravens really have to fear on their side is the Browns.
If the so basically the Ravens will play the lowest seed who come out of this wild card weekend, right?
Yes.
Ooh, if the Steelers, when they have the Steelers again. For a
Yes. And that would be tough. And Pittsburgh likes to beat them.
third time. Could you imagine?
Yeah. So the Ravens could either be playing Pittsburgh. Oh, Jesus, they'll be playing their division. Pretty
Yeah.
much guaranteed.
Yeah, either way.
No. If Miami wins, Miami's 6.
Okay.
If Miami wins, they'll play Miami. If Miami wins and Buffalo wins, they'll play Miami.
Either way. But that get but
Good division.
AFC North's hard to.
Yeah, I mean Cincinnati had a winning record and they didn't.
Yeah.
It was that was a good development. They only beat themselves really. When it came to everything else, like 2 of the Ravens' 5 losses is the Steelers.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Like
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's defense against
Yeah,
Lamar.
they didn't really play anybody that last game.
Like,
the Ravens, but
no.
Lamar's numbers against Pittsburgh are horrible.
they hit him.
I mean, they're
They don't
horrible.
stop hitting him.
Yeah, it's
it don't matter who's on that
They're not
defense.
intimidated by him at all.
No.
They really are. They just,
not even.
They know how he plays.
They just go
Yeah,
in.
they know exactly how he plays.
smack him in the mouth. They do.
So, and when they played him last time, I don't think T.J. Watt was in anyway. So he was hurt.
He did miss half most of that game, but that was basically playing against backups.
No, I meant when they played him in the first
Some of
time.
the first game.
The first game, I think T.J. Watt was out,
I don't know.
and they still beat him.
And he got hurt earlier.
Or something like that. He got hurt, or he was out for that.
Already
You're like, they still
Yeah.
beat him. So I'm not gonna discredit if they face them. That's gonna be. And the Ravens are beat up. They lost a lot of players. Their running backs are depleted. Oh, they got Dalvin Cook. I'm so stupid.
They did just.
They did get down.
I just forgot
He's
about
gonna
that.
have
I was
2
hoping-
full weeks.
I was hoping
Running
Jerry's
back.
gonna make a phone call.
Jerry not making moves on running backs this time.
I
That's
think
y'all
I,
only semi-flaws. Y'all don't have a physical presence in your running game.
I thought he was going to do something with that, but Jerry rarely spends money during the season.
We couldn't even go get Leonard for now.
That's what I'm saying, but he rarely ever spends money during the season to get somebody else for free. Like somebody's like, they need something. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
What if you look at his
He
track
kind of
record, he
gives
doesn't
you
do
your
it.
time to see if you can handle it.
He got Brandon Cook last year, didn't he?
He did get Brady Cook late. That is
No, did he? Or I thought Brandon Cook came over over free agency.
I think he got him late last year.
I don't think so. Because Brandon Cook came from Houston right to you guys. I thought after Houston, I thought he came over to free agency deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Jerry rarely spends money during the season.
I've been wrong before.
So he believes in the people we got in the building now.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
But,
Somebody get hurt every once in a while. Like sometimes I see him had to go get quarterbacks and stuff like that. Damn.
Oops. Everything's going high wire.
High wire.
Right when you press.
It's-
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was crazy.
It was not as bad.
Welcome to the haunted house, folks. But Anyway, going back to what was going on, things are going haywire. Let's see if we can hold this together.
Let's go to coach.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get to pretty much the last important thing going on here.
And how about them Titans? We just go ahead and just send home Mike Vrabel.
Oh.
I'm so happy. Not.
They're crazy.
Like, I'm starting to believe my owner doesn't know what she's doing. I've also heard some rumbles that the reason why he did originally get fired is because he wouldn't get rid of people on his staff.
Oh.
It wasn't him. It was because he wouldn't get rid of people on his staff. So he decided to get rid of them. And also, they didn't want to wait for a trade because they didn't want to have to wait for compensation to see what they're going to be. So they're like, just go ahead and get rid of them. But with him being gone, that 100% solidifies in my book. Derrick Henry's walking out the door.
Yes, he is. I mean, he had a big speech
Yeah,
on the field and post conference.
I mean, that alone, that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I mean,
at no point of y'all
nails in the
season,
coffin.
your season, I felt like it was the coach's fault.
Yeah, at no point.
I really didn't. I never thought, well, they would coach better this way.
I think it's also people are still not remembering. If it wasn't for Amy allowing John Robinson to get first trade AJ Brown and then put us in a situation where we had no money this year.
Yeah,
we could do literally nothing.
Yeah.
So his hands are already behind his back, and we taking punches, and we still dealt with a lot of injuries this season, and we had no depth this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I feel like
we'll be the bottom division next 3 years.
Y'all have a bad habit. What's the best way to put this?
Well,
sometimes discount batteries are Energizer and Duracell in a cheaper package.
And then sometimes.
And sometimes they're cheap-ass batteries.
Yeah.
And I think your owner keeps trying to get the Energizer and Duracell in a cheaper package. Hashtag give up A.J. Brown and get, what's your boy name?
Traylon
Burks. And we found out, like, oh, no, those are RC batteries.
Yeah.
Those are trash.
Yeah.
That's
dollar store batteries.
Yeah, those are dollar store. Those are not discount.
They last a day.
There's a difference between inexpensive and cheap.
Yeah.
And y'all she keeps acting like she's going for inexpensive and keeps finding out that it's
not
cheap.
TJ Maxx. You can't, these shoes, no.
Yeah, it's not designer at a lower price.
No, I'm sorry. And then when you make a decision, you get rid of your coach, and now you're watching all these different commentaries that was stupid. That was crazy.
Dumb. How would you do that?
I haven't heard one person I think that's best for the team. No, nobody.
There's people saying they think that Tomlin and Belichick walking away might be best for them and their team.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying that getting rid of April was a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially considering we know what's happening now. Belichick is going to go ahead and step aside. Mike Vrabel is going to become the coach of the New England Patriots.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
I don't think Belichick is stepping anywhere. They might move him.
Well, I didn't say whether it was willing or not. I just said he's going to aside.
But I think he'll willingly move aside with somebody.
I think he wants to step aside. I think he's tired of the everything.
So you think it's a little bit like Carroll?
Yeah.
I was actually shocked today with that Pete Carroll.
I was very shocked. But, he's older.
72.
He's outside.
Yeah, but he doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Y'all see him out there
think about that.
That's
what
true.
do you think a 72-year-old not showing a sign of slowing down does when he gets home?
He crashed.
He drops dead.
He crashed.
Grandkids are running up like, Granddad's alive, right? He knows so. So he hides it well, but that doesn't change anything.
Go up there and sit in the heated room.
Yeah.
And watch.
If Monday morning comes at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., and his alarm goes off and he rolls over and goes, oh, I can't do this. Now he doesn't have to. He can say, hey, I'm going to be there at 10.
Yeah.
And it's having a hard day.
But besides Vrabel and Pete Carroll, everything else, every other coach who got fired, I was expecting.
Well, yeah. We thought Staley would have been fired.
We were
a year and a half ago.
We were praying every week. How's Staley still have a job? We
were more intent on Brandon Staley than Carter's death watch. It was crazy.
He's still alive.
He is still alive. We're still on. Yeah.
He outlasted Brandon Staley.
He's outlasted. He might outlast Joe Biden. I'm letting you know. I told you a long time ago.
I mean,
You can't kill Jimmy Carter.
he take out other people in their place. But let's come back. I think Ron
Rivera has not acted like he knew what day it was in a year and a half.
I think he's gonna be in the same.
I showed up to the stadium for practice and I realized we were having a game. Like, he's been gone.
I thought today was Thursday.
Yeah, he pretty much has said that twice. I mean, the whole Sam Howell. Wow, if I knew this guy was on the team, I'd have started him a long time ago.
What?
You're the head coach. You should know he was on your team.
Well, I also think the Commanders
worn out.
No, this and that, and I think it's also time because they got the new owners this season.
It wasn't fresh.
I think everything needs to be fresh for them.
Yeah,
and they need to just go ahead because y'all need to make it your own. I think get a new name. Yeah, they're gonna get a new stadium in a couple years supposedly. They're gonna move it in 2 years, 2 or 3 years. They told people I think
I mean,
so
that stadium, the FedEx,
it's terrible.
I mean, that was the whole about. But the last owner, that was his whole point. He kept letting it go to trash so he could try to move it, and he just. It was like
you gotta be winning.
Yeah. You can if you want to do it that way. Your team has to win, but you can let the facility go to shit.
Yeah.
You can't have a crap team and a crap facility. You're never going to make
like
the money to get something good. Yeah.
I mean, he bought out a mall, so you couldn't park.
So he could charge you more.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's probably good for Washington, I believe so. What about the rumors of Tomlin? I think that depends on how these playoffs go, but.
But see, the rumors aren't that Tomlin's going to get fired by Pittsburgh. There's rumors that he kind of wants to step back.
Yeah.
It depends how this. I think it depends how this postseason goes. If they make it past this week, I don't know. I really don't know.
Looking like maybe just if we do the offseason right and get a quarterback, we could probably do something.
I don't know. But if we're being real, 17 seasons, not a loss, not a losing season, that's hard to do.
It's insane.
He's only been there for 2 decades and hasn't lost, hasn't had a losing season.
Yeah,
I'd be fine going off in the sunset.
Yeah.
One Super Bowl, one Super Bowl loss and no losing seasons. Well, who am I going to?
I mean, there's no way you don't get in the Hall of Fame. Like, there's no way
he was one of the youngest coaches when he
got hired. Yeah. I think he was the youngest coach in the league.
Yeah. So I mean, no. I think Tom's gonna be fine. I'm just interested to see like who's gonna want to go take on that Panthers shit show.
I wouldn't. He's got that owner.
Tepper is horrible.
He's Dan Snyder 2.0.
He's worse than Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder. He's worse than Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder give you at least 2 years. At least,
at least Dan Snyder, if he didn't like the fans or anybody else, he wouldn't throw a drink on you. He'd be like, "Yeah, okay, I'm just."
Well, he didn't
Dan
talk
Snyder.
Dan
Snyder made sure that his box was away from the fans.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna mix with that rabble.
His cousins,
but LA looks promising.
Does it?
It's LA. It's LA. I'm talking about the area. And people come and go to LA because it's LA.
People leaving California.
For one, Spaniards do not have the money to try to compete contractually with what these other coaches are getting.
Everybody want my defensive coach.
Actually, Las Vegas looks nice.
If they don't give the job to Antonio Pierce, they're morons.
We have an interview.
I didn't know he said they were getting. I thought they pretty much said he had the job.
Okay, well that could
I thought they said he pretty much had the job.
But remember,
they have kind of a straight up dude though. Like,
remember, you still have to go through the process.
Oh, okay.
Because of the Rooney Rule.
Okay.
So
but he's a black coach, so that takes care of half of the process.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. They still have to also give at least another interview with somebody else too. That's true. So like, he's gonna at least be able to interview for other coaches.
And he like somewhere else.
Because I mean.
He's
a Raider.
Good and gray and black.
He's from Compton. He has been a Raider. When he was playing with us, it was like, well, Giants, and he was like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I play here, I won a Super Bowl, but like, if the Raiders give me a chance, I'm gone. I'm a Raider.
Yeah. So
I just, unless the Raiders are like, no, he don't want you, and I don't see Mark Davis doing that.
I thought the rumors were that.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Unless whoever give him a contract. Just like
start throwing zeros.
Like, how does 175 million sound? Like, what?
Oh man, who else? What else is open? We covered.
Oh, we need Jack McDaniels. Where is he going?
Who?
Josh McDaniels.
Ain't no
He
way
ain't
she
never
said.
get.
One of
Said
the
Jack McDaniels.
Best coaches to ever
He's
play.
not.
Oh, we talking about the Falcons.
Oh, that look.
Arthur Smith.
They're still a quarterback away, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coach, now that they got rid of
I mean, what it was 7 and what?
10.
I don't understand why 7 and 10 is not a perfectly good score to keep your job.
I mean, it's not massively under 500.
Yeah, okay, like
They lost a joke division.
With
You realize
Jason
he
kept
finished
making
7
this
and 10
8
with
and
the past
8.
2 seasons.
Yes. He's
Yeah, as I said, when
Third.
Jason kept making this 8 and 8, we was like, okay,
That's not gonna work.
not gonna work.
You don't get a
Like,
losing season to think you're gonna. I'm fine. Like, dude,
no,
y'all
it's just
suck.
not gonna work.
Because
Like,
you know what? I'm sorry. I think some of the delusion is some people don't look. Non-championship teams don't think like champions, and he clearly doesn't think like a champion. A champion would be like, yeah, I deserve to get fired. I got a 7-10 record. Our division is one of the worst in football. Our winner barely had a winning record,
yeah,
and we still couldn't win our division.
Still couldn't win.
Literally, there are teams that are not making the playoffs in every other division that would have won that division.
that scored more. You have a better record.
I could go and get a team or two out of every single division that's not making the playoffs that would have won that division. Shit, I think we could have won that division. Like, the division is terrible. They're horrible.
But the NFC South has been pretty bad for a while.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
So I mean, hey,
The Falcons have been a joke since Michael Vick.
I have-
That was the last time they were not a joke.
I know.
Thought about this, so I got
We gotta
questions.
stop going on. Manny, when it was Manny Ice and Julio Jones, they were formidable.
28-3.
I said formidable, not champions.
28-3 is
I said formidable, not champions.
28-3.
And do you know who that falls on? What was the head coach's name?
I don't know. Who's their coach?
Dan Quinn.
Oh yeah.
And Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator.
I mean, it is fault. You see what he's doing.
Technically,
Well,
you see
I
what
don't
Dan
know.
Quinn's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he running the team.
Dan Quinn also had the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. He was the defensive coordinator. Legion of Boom was him.
I got my question.
If Green Bay steals this team, Dan Quinn might be the coach of the team. But
I really hope they
That
don't,
depends
because
on why.
I really hope not, because then we got to deal with Mopey Tiffany.
I'm gonna be very Mopey, yes. It's gonna be bleak. I'm
she
gonna be
doesn't
dressed
like happy people around her, and like this Michigan high isn't gonna wear off. For
Yeah, I'm gonna dress like Wednesday Addams. Like, yeah, like, it's gonna be bleak. Like,
blackness in my soul.
it's gonna be bleak. I'm serious.
I won't be on next week's
But
video.
who do you think can take over Seattle if even he moves upstairs? That's my question, because Pete Carroll.
The idea of him moving upstairs and not leaving makes me believe
He has
they're
a hand
planning
on
on
it, yeah.
moving somebody from the staff.
But I think, wouldn't that be difficult in themselves? Like, so I'm only head coach by name. Like, if I make a decision and you start speaking on high, like God,
Well, but
am
that's
I
the
going to
thing.
have to
He's not going to
listen to that?
be there
He's the executive
to that extent.
But he's the executive vice president and advisor. I think he's going to just control, I guess, somewhat of people coming in.
He's going to be more of a consultant.
Yeah, but he's like, yeah, go ahead, run the
So
team.
he's
But I
not going to
don't-
be one of those people sitting up in the booth making.
No, he's not going to be. He's going to
No.
be sitting with the owner
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be chilling.
at home games, and
I
then
think
away
Pete
games.
Carroll
he's
just
gonna
want to
be
make
at
sure
home
he was still
watching
getting
on
some
TV.
money,
Okay.
but he just was like, yeah, okay.
I'm
He
tired.
needs the money.
I
I
don't think he
think
needs it
he
either.
needs football.
He's Pete Carroll. Yeah.
I think
Oh, you think he'll be like?
I think he loves
you think he'll be like
Isn't his oldest son on the staff?
I don't know. He might be.
like
I don't
John
know.
Elway kind of when it comes to the team. Like,
Oh well, John Elway.
John Elway was
John Elway really had his. He was
Yeah, I don't
president
think
of
he's
football
full
operations.
doing that.
Yeah, he
I
was
think-
president of football
I think
operations.
he's
Yeah.
going to be more that, which is another reason why I think he's going to be an in-staff like promotion. I think he's going to be like tough big game coming up. I need your thoughts.
okay,
That's the framing of
they're gonna
what
go back to his
Seattle
wisdom.
has said and what I'm hearing and what like the few little interviews I've heard. I mean, he was crying though, so like he's crying like he ain't planning on being as on.
Okay.
Like, thank my
You get what I'm
family.
saying? No, that's
my
how-
sons are the only reason that I'm held to a standard because they're tough on me. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad.
Okay. Was he chewing gum?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. That right there.
That's a good question.
I know, it's true. I think we also didn't forget, Pete Carroll's only one of 3 coaches who won a national championship and a Super Bowl.
You know the other 2 were both Cowboys coaches?
Yes, Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
So
football.
Tiffany's sitting here going, so what is Harbaugh doing after?
Hey.
That's another one.
I don't
Which
think
one do
he's
you?
going.
Which one of the? I don't think he's going to go.
I don't think he's going to the pro. He's done the pro.
I think that
he went to.
I don't think
Super Bowl.
anybody else can.
I think there's something in his
think
crawl.
he likes
He didn't win
college.
the big game.
Yeah, but I think he got there so quickly. I don't think he feels like. I mean, think about that. He went 2 years. He got there.
You know what?
Quickly.
All I'm going to say is
3 NFC championships and a Super Bowl in 4 years.
all I'm going to tell you is this: if the NCAA doesn't lay off of him next season, he'll be coming.
Okay, I can see
Okay,
that.
I could give you that.
That's the only thing, because the NCAA, because whatever they've already won, that's the season's over. But you know the NCAA is still doing sections, still doing looking at stuff.
It's like I don't.
The
need
only
this.
reason
Like,
I'm
I can-
I don't know though is because of the NCAA stuff. We know that Sherrod Moore can run that team.
I mean, you guys have.
So I mean, he coached us through what Penn State and Ohio State.
Well, you know what's better than 1 championship? 2.
My daddy always told me, it's better than 1 crawfish dinner. 2.
Look, that's true, but next year is the 12 team playoff. Now, that's gonna be
like bring it on.
that's gonna be insane. I look forward to that.
He might be like bring it on. So like this might be. I like I said, he did pros. I think he went back to college for a reason. I think if he wanted to be an NFL coach, he'd be an NFL coach. I really think that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So,
We don't know.
yeah, I mean,
We really don't know because I've been shocked so far.
I mean,
another
another non-pro just bring up because necessary.
Nick Saban.
I have to give a big salute and a farewell to Nick Saban.
Hell of a coaching career.
One of the,
you think?
wow,
I mean, besides that blemish in Miami, but we ain't talking about that. That's not his. That's
Cleveland.
That's what you want him to do. Once again, his initials ain't G-O-D.
But look, I can definitely say Nick Saban's probably going to go. He's the greatest college football head coach that's been out there. 6 national championships with Alabama, has 1 with LSU. He owned the SEC.
Yeah. Which is the second hardest division in football.
Boo! SEC is the hardest, but I congratulate the Big Ten.
Ohio State could beat them too.
Hey!
They could beat them too.
Hey! I don't want to hear it. No matter what, the Big Ten has definitely won their fair share. That's
I think we just proved that Washington and Oregon might want to I hope you're bringing your big boy pants because you can't make it to the big dance if you don't come through. Ohio State, Penn State.
The Big Ten's hard to beat. The Big Ten's hard to beat.
They're lucky they're in the Big Ten West and they'll be playing against Iowa. So we'll
see.
3 of us will beat them in the championship and
Big Ten championship. Yeah. So
with how the playoffs are going, we might have to beat them again in the actual playoffs because they'll get it even with a loss.
But no.
There'll be no living with him. All right.
I look forward to.
Don't let us repeat.
Oh my God! There's
dear God! Don't let us repeat. It will be so bad if we repeat. Everybody will hate me. But
starting.
But all right, well.
Let's see how the playoffs go.
We're gonna see these playoffs.
We got our picks.
There may be some bonus videos popping up this weekend. Look out! I'm not sure. I've got some ideas. We'll see how they go. But,
don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Tell us what you hear.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.
Peace.